Week number 2. It happens. It's normal. That's part of learning. That's how you fail and then you get back up, literally on the surfboard itself. So the lessons for this week. So the important parts to remember as a beginner for this week is that number 1, you have to know your board. Number 2, you have to think about the waves. And number 3, you have to think about your safety. So again, as a beginner, these are the three other important lessons that you need to know. So let's dive into that a little bit more. So choosing the type of board, right? So there are different types of boards. There are longer boards, there are shorter boards, there are heavier boards, there are lighter boards. So depending on you, I think you have to choose the correct board when you're starting out. I'm not a very heavy person. I'm not a very tall person. So for me specifically, a longer board and a little bit of a heavier board is good because again, I need the weight for me to kind of, stay afloat when I'm in the water. Otherwise, the shorter board that I used, I was just having a difficult time just, staying afloat. I was just kind of falling off on one side or the other. So choosing the correct board when you're beginning, it's an important part. So just it's better to choose a longer board. Generally, there are different kinds of sizes. From what I know, I'm choosing this 9'6", so I believe it's 9 feet long and 6 width, I believe so. So go with that. Second, I talked about waves. So it's good practice to know a little bit about waves and how to catch them, right? So you have white waters, and then you also have the beginning of the wave. I don't have the exact details of the words itself, but again, knowing when to catch the wave is also an important part. There's, I think, a couple of different stages. I'm gonna send a link to this one YouTube channel which explains a lot more into the different types of waves. So I'll link it up here. You can check that out, which gives you more details about the different waves. And lastly, the most important thing is safety. You have these huge waves crashing into you. You need to protect yourself. So the best option always is to get away from the board and then protect your head, because the most common injuries that happen during surfing is related to the board hitting your body, maybe on different parts, but as well, you know, the head as well. So it's important to, no matter what do you do is like a baby, you curl up, you get your arms close to you like this and protect your head, and then, you know, breathe. That's fine. Don't stress too much. Just breathe. You will come up over the water as well. So those are the 3 things that I learned for this week. Hoping this next week there's gonna be more positive things and I'm able to surf a little bit more. Food is an important part of any culture, right? And as a foodie, a picky foodie, I would say, I want to try and I want to taste all the different foods of different cultures. So here in Costa Rica, the national dish is called Gallo Pinto, which means by spotted rooster. Interesting name, but this specific dish doesn't have anything to do with the rooster. It is completely vegetarian, and it consists of, you know, rice and beans and lots of typical food that you find in Costa Rica. It's typically eaten at breakfast, and it's pretty delicious. I've tried it before at a restaurant. But I'm excited to cook this because it's vegetarian. It has a decent amount of flavor. So let's dive into some cooking. Here are all the ingredients that you need to make for Gallo Pinto. So we have some eggs for scrambled eggs. Then we have red bell pepper. We have lemon. We have onion. We also have something called Lizano Tabasco. So it's supposed to be Lizano salsa, which is more of a brown colored sauce. But I made a mistake. I got Tabasco. We'll have to work with that for today's recipe. Then we also have some black beans. We have a day-old cooked rice, 1 avocado, cilantro, 1 plantain. It's not banana, plantain, and then natilla, which is sour cream. So these are all the ingredients that you need to have to make Gallo Pinto. So, what is the verdict of my Gallo Pinto? Let's see. Let's see, I'm excited. Okay, not bad. I think I'm pretty content with my cooking. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm just a weird person. I need some salt, so maybe a little bit of salt would help. But I think, let's see. Let's try the eggs. Yeah. So the eggs and the rice and beans goes together pretty well. The plantains are really good too, because you know they're sweet. Then you have the spicy beans and rice. Then you have the avocado. Then we also have some natilla, which is sour cream. And yeah, so all these different kinds of flavors kind of tie this dish together. A lot of food, lots of carbs in the beginning, but I think it's fine. It's a healthy breakfast, and this turned out to be pretty well. So, well done, Costa Rica, with your Gallo Pinto.